Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Factorio. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys have, you guys know what to do. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And with that, let's get to the episode. So, we're on Volcanus, because Flagora needs more mining drills, and Volcanus is not sending them, or at least not sending as many as we need. Oh, and that's good to see that that's there. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, take a look at some of that. But yeah, so we need more mining drills. However, we need to clear out some space because the space we had previously cleared has become more or less full. I mean, we could probably squish things down and try to like compact stuff to like optimize. But infinite world, we're just gonna grab more land. So I guess let's deal with all this stuff in my inventory so these robots stop yelling at me. Logistics robots, come take stuff out of my inventory, please. Okay, maybe like more than just like two things. An option. There we go. Alright. So, what the game plan is we need to scale some stuff up. Ideally, we scale the number of rockets we have here from 3 silos to like 30 silos. Also, what I want to do is I want to incorporate things from Flagora onto this planet, such as the, what are these things called? Electromagnetic plants? Yeah, electromagnetic plants. And get rid of all these assemblers and stuff because these have just innate productivity. They have 50%. They also have a higher crafting speed of 2.0. And they're just better. They're just better than the assemblers, and we can craft all our circuits in those, so that will just be more efficient circuit-wise. One of the other things I want to look at doing is, and I've kind of already been in the process down here, is so I've been shifting and compacting over kind of everything we're going to need, like infrastructure-wise. And this is kind of just the default, like, this is stuff we need, but it doesn't need to look good, sort of thing. Because it's not really built in any meaningful large-scale manner. So it's things like assemblers we might need, chemical plants, railways, logistical stuff, robots, quite a few robots. And then all this explosive stuff, this is all up here for cliff explosives, which we need in copious amounts. So that way we can get rid of all the cliffs that are on this planet. Go figure. So, one of the things we need to go through and do is clear out some areas. So, here's my thought process. So over here to the left, we have all this calcite. And calcite, although isn't used in a whole lot, or it's not used in large quantities, rather it is used in quite a few recipes, but it's not used in copious amounts. We're gonna basically be set for life with all this calcite that's over here. Over to our east, I do want to clear out some of this cliffy area. We're probably not going to go too much further than this lava lake, so that means we're going to have to go up. And if you notice, there is a nice, very large, fairly clear land area up here. So, between this section here and this segment here, we have quite a lot of area that we can grow into. So, my thought, we are going to claim and clear probably this area, this area, this area, and then begin expanding north. Because obviously, as you can see, this area over here is just awful to try to even build in. This area is awful to try to build in. This area, it's only hemmed in by these 3 lava lakes, so not detrimental, but we'd like to get more rail depots coming in, and that's probably what we'll do over here. So we'll probably have to restructure some stuff in this region. And then lastly, I think we're going to have a primary, like, stuff and things up here, and then something going on over here. I haven't quite figured out where everything's going to get laid out, but I do know that we're likely going to need these 3 areas. This area for more rail stuff and things in this general vicinity. This area for probably another secondary larger production scaled up of things. Because really this here is able to support 1,000 science packs per minute. We just can't launch 1,000 science packs per minute. Plus, we also want to start, I want to start scaling up so that way we can get express belts produced. I want 1 machine of the belt, 1 machine of the underground, 1 machine of the splitters being able to produce at full capacity. We did that on our multiplayer world as kind of like slightly a test run, but also because we needed it there for scrap throughput. Because we just well, I can't say we just started getting into quality, but at the time that I was doing that, my friend was just really getting into like heavy heavy quality items. And let me tell you, on Flagora, it is a freaking nightmare. We needed so much stuff. But he did it. He did it. So of course that's something we're gonna start looking at here on our world. But in order to do that, we need really high throughput, and so we're gonna need those belts for that throughput. Then, as I mentioned, we're going to need this region more or less probably just as a pass-through. There are some lava lakes in the northern section of it, but there is still quite a lot of room here. And then we'll probably get all this calcite being mined. I really, really, really miss warehouses from Angels. But in case anybody who hasn't been following those tidbits on the subreddit, Bob's Mods is now technically compatible with Space Age, from what I read. It will launch, it's just none of the recipes are integrated with Space Age. So what that means is you can launch the mod, you can play Bob's mods, however, it doesn't integrate with Space Age. So like it's only on Novice, there's no like stuff on Volcanus, no stuff on Flagora, no stuff on the other planets. To my knowledge, it isn't quite like that. The map gen might be updated, but it's able to launch basically, which is good because now I believe their next step, the mod developers who are working on it, are to converting it into not just compatibility but also now integration. So you're removing redundant recipes like tungsten, because I know Bob's Mods does have tungsten in it and stuff of that nature. So anyway, so that's our game plan for today, is to try to hopefully claim these 3 spaces and clear out cliffs. Cliffs and clearing and that stuff I can do off camera. So in the meantime, what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to ready stuff to go to war, basically. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Good song. Well, good song about a bad time, I suppose. Oh yeah, so let's go ahead and grab as much ammo as we possibly can muster. And turrets that we can possibly muster. Do we have... We have laser turrets, but laser turrets don't do anything to them. Oh, yeah. The Enterprise doesn't have anything valuable. They do have those, which I'm going to snag. And it will replenish the ammo. So I'm going to snag all the ammo and the walls. That should significantly help us. Although I'm going to remove that just so that doesn't fill up. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out something for the stone. I know a lot of people have used their stone on this planet to produce the production science packs, which is a fair use of the material. I suppose you could probably actually just get this stuff moved over there. And you're gonna steal both of my assembler. Oh yeah. Cool. Completely unlimited, and then I like how now you can do... I mean, I think you could do it before, but I like how I can place ghost images in there. So that should work. You aren't working, likely because these are jammed. Yeah, full of stone. Okay. Well, in the spirit of keeping things moving, let's grab... I need some belts. Substations and belt. Okay. And then what we're gonna do... The very efficient... Oh. very efficient way of getting rid of stone on this planet. Throwing it into lava. Said nobody ever. 2, 3, 4. Pretty sure 4 are enough, but we're gonna do 5. Cool. And then we should just be able to go like that. Oh yeah, that's right. This guy doesn't actually get any stone. Because you make clean. We really have no other iron in the system. Good. It actually cleared it all out. I'm really happy about that. You know, we could probably do something similar for the copper, although I won't really be able to live right there. I'd have to go somewhere else, but that's essentially the same idea. We could burn off all the copper that's in the system, the 4,000 copper, which isn't a lot. The big thing is the 110,000 stone that we have living in the system, but that's fine. Alright, so we need to get some stuff built up in order to get conflict to be able to happen properly. Okay, so that's going to do that. Next thing I want to do is passive provider. Cool. And then that can just do that. And then I don't particularly care to have more storage chests down. Let's instead do passive providers on these things. Anything that has stuff that I just want to get rid of, passive provider. That's a lot of iron. Okay. You are missing speed modules, which is completely understandable. Let's go fight some... This is on the wrong planet. Son of a gun. I'm like, why did none of the stuff get here yet? That would explain why none of the stuff has gotten here yet. Okay, well... that means this planet now has just a ton of stuff it doesn't need, like ammo and walls. And I needed these electromagnetic plants. Yeah. Enterprise. Go to Novice. We will load up on stuff there. So things we're going to need from Novice here. We can just produce the ammo here, so I'm not going to try to launch that. Turrets. How fast are we producing turrets here now? Like, oh, actually, you know what? A good bit. I'm not going to worry about turrets then. We will still send it to Novice, though. And then eventually here, because we're going to have to get a ride back over to Flagora to fix the rocket issue, because the rockets there do not have flexibility and things. Not saying the rockets here have flexibility, but a little better. A little better. We're gonna maybe fight the stuff and things with this. Hopefully. We aren't gonna fight it anywhere near these. We'll probably fight the guy over this way. Understandable. Robots, come on. We have a demolisher to fight. Robots, bad. As long as it's a small one, we should be good. Okay. Goal here is just to give everybody a little bit of the ammo. And then these guys here in the middle. Sacrificial lambs to the slaughter. It's hard because I'm trying to press Z and load them up. Okay. Let's go find ourselves that worm. I don't know why. Does anybody else get reminded that the worm is like either from Dune or SpongeBob for I guess that older generation? Because that's honestly what it reminds me of. Oh my lord, I'm so freaking slow. Okay, Alt Z. We're gonna. Or is it Alt Z? It's Alt F. Come on, wormy. What are you? Who are you gonna do? Or what are you gonna do? Who are you gonna call? Okay. And then... Hey, there we go. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Why do I not already have this achievement? I could have sworn we already had that one, and I'm pretty sure we got it on episode. Yeah, because we even killed a medium. Oh, you know what it is? No, it isn't that. Oh, because we're technically in a modded version now. Oh, phooey. Well, technically the game, by the way, because I just realized, is no longer vanilla. Due to my friend using some mods in our multiplayer run. It's like, it's vanilla plus, okay? It's nothing like overhaul or broken-y. It's like, one of them's a literal freaking calculator. I want, that like, this should be base game, okay? Rate calculator, also, my opinion, hot take, should be base game. Hell mod and other production-y things should be base game. That's just my hot take. I'm sure it's not a hot take for some, but it's the hot take that I have. Anyway, we now have another chunk of the map. Goal, to take these two. These two, however, are likely going to be medium biters, which means our little escapade? Our incursion using this little fire base strategy will likely end in disaster. So we are going to want to make sure that we have a little bit more oomph when it comes to fighting these things. I'm thinking we're going to try to get uranium explosive rounds in a tank in doing that, because that thing just neuters these damn worms. Highly recommend. If all else fails, there's always the nuclear option, and we just build a reactor and let it go critical. And then watch as the worm somehow survives it, and then is then very angry at us, and then we have to run and hide. Okay, so now we are above Earth. So let's go ahead and put it in order. I want uranium cannon shells. Let's go 500. I want 500 of these. I probably want... Do we just not have... Are none of these in stock? No, one of them is. Okay, so novice. Oh lord. Ow, blinded flashbang. Sorry in advance, anybody watching late at night or with, like, HDR on. Oh, crud. We do have rockets. Rockets exist, but I think... That's right, I never updated this blueprint. This is an old blueprint from pre-2.0, where artillery shells were made on Earth. Or novice. Okay, well, that doesn't really do much for us then. We're not making the uranium rounds? No, it does not look like it. Okay, well that's a problem. Also, how come there's no new rounds being made here? Oh, did I never fix the uranium? Oh no, I did. I did. Huh? I don't know. Well, I do think we are going to call it. We are about out of time for today, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Shenanigans here on Volcanus, as well as kind of just the game plan going forward for what I want to do for scaling things up. Hopefully this week, not sure, I mean, I have slotted time for Satisfactory and Factorio now each week, so that way I make sure something gets done. However, I do have a physics test, so my mind is probably going to be pretty focused on that this week. I mean, again, I'm still going to get some Factorio stuff and things done. I just don't know if we're going to get clearing these zones done or not. Probably, actually, because that's a fairly mindless task. If I remember to record my demise, I will. And then throw that into the episode, do some magical editing bits and things. I don't trust myself to do any sort of fancy editing, so expect it to not be in the episode, but just know that the hope and the intentions were there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, I'll see you guys next time. If not, well, leave a thumbs up anyway. Or a thumbs down, as both types are interaction, and all interactions get an interaction, I suppose. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.